Welcome back to my channel, Scott's Soldiers, where I talk or generally blather on about my toy soldier collection. The RAF has over 100 years of history and has helped to spawn many of today's air forces in the Commonwealth and beyond, including the Royal Canadian Air Force. While many of you likely have RAF figures or admired the real thing at museums or in different media, I think it's hard not to have some connection to this force, directly or indirectly. My connection stems from my grandfather, who joined the Royal Canadian Air Force in World War II and trained as a wireless operator. He was eventually posted to the Queen Charlotte Islands, where he flew in Catalina flying boats as a wireless operator on anti-submarine, search and rescue, and convoy escort duties along Canada's Pacific coast.
Today I want to show you my collection of World War II Royal Air Force. Or is it Royal Canadian Air Force figures? I like to think of this collection as being RCAF. You see, on the surface, there wasn't much difference between the RAF and the RCAF during World War II. They used pretty much the same aircraft, same training, same rank structure, and same uniforms. Yes, there were cultural differences, perhaps policy differences, and the RCAF fought in its own units. But I think to the casual observer, this could be a snapshot of a RCAF fighter squadron somewhere in England circa 1943. What you see is largely based on the King & Country RAF sets produced about 10 years ago. To that I've added some pieces from other makers, but I'll talk about that further on. So find a quiet spot, sit down, and imagine a moment in time at 632 Phoenix Squadron of the RCAF somewhere in England, 1943. The other item your eye is drawn to is the Quonset hut, painted in a desert sand color. Yes, this is from the King & Country Africa Corps number AK-073. But I noticed that this and the RAF one are identical, save for the color scheme. And history has shown that there was a lot of recycling of captured or recovered equipment by both sides, so I'm happy just letting this small transgression go and not dwell on it. The hut is a decent replication. It's too bad that the windows or doors didn't function. The RAF blue Jeep is from Fusilier Miniatures number WW204. It contains several RAF policemen. Next to it are 4 King & Country RAF pilots. This is part of a set called The First of the Few, produced in the early 1990s, that I bought in 1992 at the King & Country store in Hong Kong. Now, these have already appeared in episode 10, and at the time I commented on how well I thought King & Country painted them. Yes, I know I'm blending gloss with matte, but in this episode, you get a chance to see both King & Country painting styles, and it reminds collectors that the company known today for its matte figures started off doing gloss. As you look at the rest of the figures in the display, I'm not saying that the other King & Country matte figures are not as good, nor am I advocating for the company to return to gloss figures. But these are two distinct styles from the same maker, so take a good look. Either way, if you like the gloss, toy-like appearance or the matte, then this is a way to compare. For more examples of King & Country gloss figures, see my episodes 3 and 4. The tow tractor is number RAF-045 and would have been used to move aircraft or other equipment across the tarmac or in and out of hangars. The driver is a WAF, as many were to help fight the war. Other figures and items include oil drums, SP-042, camouflage net, SP-022, intelligence officer, RAF-059, RAF policeman, RAF-024, RAF dispatch rider, RAF-052, Bren Gun AA Team RAF-065, Starter Cart RAF-046, Morris 15 cubic weight truck RAF 037, Air Vice Marshal Sir Keith Park, RAF 072, RAF NCO Inspectors, RAF 090. I hope you enjoyed this and maybe get some ideas on how to display your own mini Air Force. Check out Gallagher's Gallery if you want to see more King & Country dioramas, or go to the King & Country website itself. I'll leave links in the description. If you like this, hit the like and or subscribe. Thank you very much.